my faves, welcome back to another cooking video. I'm so excited if you're joining us for the first time, and welcome back to all of my old subscribers. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this sumptuous okra soup with a twist. Okay, let's jump right into it. Over here I have my ingredients. I've got my okra, which I'm going to chop in a little while. I've got my Uziza seeds, which I'm going to be blending, and this is the star of the soup. I've got my onions. Of course, I'm going to chop that for the meat. I've got my stockfish, my crayfish. This crayfish is also called Oporo. It was actually my best friend's mom who taught me how to eat it, and it's so popular in Port Harcourt, and I love it so much. I've also got here my beef, my pomo, my shaki, and my cow leg. Don't worry, this soup is going to bang. I've got my dry fish, or my smoked fish rather. I've got my palm oil, my ugu leaves, my crayfish, my blended pepper, fresh pepper. I'm showing you this fish again because I prefer to use this Titus, smoked Titus fish for okra soup. It just brings out like the taste really well. And then of course I've got my Maggi seasoning cubes and my Sazon. Okay, let's get into cooking. In this empty pot I'm just going to be adding my cow leg. To be honest, I prefer to cook cow leg. In fact, cow leg is best advised cooked way earlier than your other proteins because you want this really soft. It would be such a nightmare if your regular protein is really nice and soft and chewy, and then you have cow leg that can remove your teeth. So boil this in advance, at least for an hour or so. This was after I'd boiled for an hour, and then I was sure that I was ready to put in the other things. Usually I would drain out that water because I don't really like what it tastes like, and start afresh again with my regular protein water or regular protein broth, however. So I've just poured in here my beef, my shaki, and my pomo, and in here is me putting my crayfish. You want to also put in some onions. Not everybody uses onions, to be fair, because they feel like, oh, after you put onions in okra soup it will not draw, blah blah blah. I'm not for that. I love onions and the flavor that it gives in any food that you put it in. Okay, and then I'd gone in with my fresh pepper as well, my Sazon. I'd also put in earlier my Maggi seasoning, and then put some water and just bring this to a boil. You want this to cook to the extent that you're ready to eat it, right? Because okra soup doesn't really take that long. This is me washing my okra. I don't know who taught. It's my mom. Okay, I can't say I don't know who taught us. She taught me how to bend okra like this to be sure that it's good. It doesn't work all the time. Please let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section. But okay, I'm done washing and it's time to chop. And I love to have my okra soup very crunchy, so I'm not going to grate. I'm not a fan of grating. I want to cut it to at least this size, and then you would see at some point where I'd also re-chop this again, so you don't think that I'm going to be eating the chunk of it like my Ghanaian brothers and sisters do. I've been to Ghana before, trust me, and I understand when I say to you that they eat full okra in soup like that. Not me. As much as I want it crunchy, no, I'm not going to be making it whole like that, but it will be in sizable chunks, and this is just another way that I could cut this okra to achieve that size that I want. Different sizes, in fact, the more the sizes, the better the consistency of the soup, right? So you can see here, these ones are more in like 4s and the other one was in like 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up with the rest. Okay, now I'm done, and this is what it looks like. Trust me, if I could eat raw okra, I'm sure I'll be chewing this right now. But do you see how the consistency of the okra looks? That's exactly what you want. Now it's time to debone my fish, and as much as I love this fish, I also hate how much bones are just hidden in corners and places that you would never really expect that a bone could be. And so I've used this fish over time and I know where they are. So I'll always find them and I'll take my time to clean and debone as well as I can. Other people would want to use other fish, but for me, this Titus fish just brings out the best in the soup. So I'm done deboning, and this is what it looks like. For some people, they will say, oh, you're wasting the fish, but trust me, I'll rather remove some parts and take out the bone with them than leave it there. um well, this is me just chopping my onions for my beef, and we're ready to start making the soup in no time. By now, my meat is already cooked and soft, but you just want to be sure that it is. So check this one, water was already even drying out in it. But make sure you check and make sure that it's soft enough for you, and then you can start to make your soup. Here, I was just putting in my water. You want as much water as you want in the soup, so please feel free to add more or less if you'd want. I'm going in with my palm oil here, also going to go in with my chopped pepper. This is both yellow and red, and because my baby is going to be eating from this soup, I can't put as much as I would have loved to, but go in with as much pepper as your taste bud can take. I'm just putting in my stock fish here so that I can cook. I put that in hot water already, so it was already a bit soft. So going with your crayfish and cover to cook. To be fair, for the stockfish, you could actually cook it with your beef if you haven't put it in hot water already. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to say that. Now this has been boiling for about 5 minutes, and the kitchen was already smelling like taste for salt, taste for your seasoning. I wanted some more, I think, because I had added more water, and like the pot had dried already when the meat was cooking, so I'd added some more, and I was fine with what I could taste after the addition. So just give this a good stir. You know how salt hides when you're cooking ogbono, so continue to stir. Don't be tired of stirring. Is your pot, is your spoon. Here I was just adding my crayfish, and then this was the last batch of crayfish that I was putting in, and this is my star ingredient, which is the Uziza seeds that I had blended. Stir again, no stir, my brothers and sisters. Okay, once you're done stirring, it's time for your okra to go in. Give this a good mix. Trust me, at this point you'll be disturbing your neighbors, and that pregnant woman that lives around you would be with her plate by the door, just asking, what are you cooking? This okra soup was amazing. Trust me, and you would want to definitely try out this method. Okay, so here it had cooked for about 3 minutes. I didn't want my okra to be too overly cooked, so I only did that for 3 minutes, and then I put in my fish and my ugu. I put them in at the same time because I didn't want the fish to also overcook. I wanted to taste the fish, and I wanted to just leave it in there for, I didn't want it to scatter, so I just wanted to leave it in there for as long as just about 3 minutes. This was me. I cut another bone. I told you people, my eyes are always out for bones when I'm using fish for anything. But this is what the soup came out looking like. Yum, yum, yum. Please don't overcook your okra, especially if you want to still taste the crunchiness in it. And if you're using smoked Titus fish, you don't want it to scatter all over the soup. But there you go. My husband said this one is a pot of meat with a touch of soup. Be sure to try out your okra soup this way, and I'm sure you will love it as much as we did. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Until next time, bye.